Hello everybody. Today we're going to be getting a message from Lilith. She is one of the goddesses that I personally work with, and she's one of my favorite. She's all about independence, knowing your worth, doing things the way that you want to do it, following your passion. She's all about like self-empowerment, independence, especially for women. So yeah, if you want to get deeper into the story of her, I can let you know more about her. Just let me know. I'm not gonna get into it right now because I don't believe in the version of the story that everybody puts out there about her. But she is a really amazing goddess, and she's not evil like people fucking think she is. Like, that's just some bullshit. But getting into it and not ranting on about my beliefs. Yeah, so a message from Lilith. We have pile 1 with the purple candle, pile 2 with the pink candle, and then pile 3 with the red candle. So pause it if you need to, go down to the description and pick your pile. All right. So pile 1, you chose the purple candle. So Lilith wants to tell you to really get in touch with your intuition. Don't let anybody trick you into believing that you don't hold the power that you have. I feel like a lot of people around you right now might be like putting you down, either energetically or like verbally, and like just telling you, oh, well, you can't do this. You might have gone through a lot of things in your life where it's like, oh, you can't do this, oh, you shouldn't do this. Maybe that's not the best path. What about this path? And it's like, she wants you to follow your inner guidance. She doesn't want you to believe just anything that other people tell you. She wants you to believe what you find out to be true from your own experience. She doesn't want you to just... It's like she doesn't want you to just read the book and go along with the storyline. What do you feel about what's happening? Okay, so with me particularly, I don't know why I'm getting this. When I used to read books and stuff like that, like if there was like a cool ass female main character, like I would always picture her as myself. And like whenever like it would come to them saying like, oh, she has brown eyes and dark hair, I'd be like, nah, fuck that, that's not what she got. She got this and that. So it's like she's like sort of like personalize things for yourself. Don't just go along with what everybody says or what everybody's doing. Like if you feel like it, like something, like let's say people say 111 means you're on the right path. Well, if you don't take it like that and you say perhaps 111 means, you know, like this is this and that, like take it the way that you feel it resonates towards you. Don't just go along with everyone else. She's really giving me Aquarius vibes for this pile. Don't just go along blindly following people or situations or ideas. Put your own spin on it. So like, for example, I don't believe in the Bible, but I do believe in certain stories that are in there. I just believe that they're more metaphorical, and I do believe that like certain things are changed. So like, especially like, okay, so like with her story, you'll find on the internet that she's like this demonic baby eating fucking weird ass like creature, but she's not. That's not, at least what my experience with her is, definitely not. So other people might resonate with her being this evil, dark type of force. I don't, not at all. And that isn't to say that I'm wrong, that isn't to say that they're wrong, but it's just to say that our realities are different. Okay, so she wants you to realize that your reality is different than everyone else's reality. And just because those people are around you, just because those people are in your life, doesn't mean that their reality has to be the same as yours. Doesn't mean that their wishes, their dreams, and their goals have to be the same as yours, or yours the same as them. You know, she definitely wants you to get a grip on your individuality. She doesn't want you to harm yourself by trying to conform to everybody's standards. She doesn't want you to do that. Conforming to everybody else's standards is something that honestly she doesn't do at all. So she doesn't understand it when people just conform or just say yes. You know, she don't like yes men, stuff like that. So she's just telling you to get a voice of your own, or not saying like get a voice of your own like all meanly, but like she's like, get a voice of your own. Like, stop listening and believing what everybody else says. Like, you might be going to somebody for like advice on something, and they're giving you the advice that they can give, the advice that they believe, because their reality and the things that have happened to them, the things that they've went through, made them believe this certain thing. But that advice might not resonate to you with your situation, because your reality is different. The way that you look at things is different. The way that your mind processes things is different. The way that your soul experiences things, it's different. Okay? So don't let anybody else's don't let anybody else's opinion or personal experience dictate how you think you should feel, should look, where you should be at, stuff like that. No, like, think for yourself. There's a lot of outside influences when it comes to your life right now. I feel like a lot of people want to... So sorry guys, I got in a phone call. But like I was saying, I feel like a lot of people just want to put their input in everything that you do, on how you feel, where you live, what you do, who you date. It's like there's just so many voices, so much chitter chatter around so much noise from everybody else. And she's just like, tune everyone else, because nobody else matters. Tune everybody else out, because nobody else fucking matters when it comes to your life. Only your decisions matter when it comes to your life. You're the person who's going to profit or benefit or get the consequences of those decisions. So don't let anybody else dictate what you do or what you think, because they're not living your life. Fuck what they think. That's what I'm hearing. Fuck what they think. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I want to use one of these. No, I don't. I want to use one of these first. These are goddess cards. These could be goddesses that are trying to reach out to you, but this is a message from Lilith. But other goddesses that I might pull for you, maybe people that you want to look into, or energies that you want to look into. All right, Lilith, can we get a message for pile ones? Aphrodite, romantic love. So we have, I fucking love how they made her. Like, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. You never see a black Aphrodite. Like, it's always a white girl with really long fucking straight hair. I don't know, I just find it so pretty. But so that's Aphrodite with romantic love. And then let's get one more. Gula with healing, and then new beginnings on the bottom of the deck. So then we have Gula. Okay. She wants you to heal the relationships that you have with people, especially if it comes to your romantic relationships. She is saying that your romance sector right now is going through a lot of ups and downs, because both of you are going through a lot that you need to heal right now. She is not one to push relationships, but she says that there's something that you need to heal within this relationship. I'm not going to get too much in on it, because she doesn't really like to talk about relationships. In my experience, she doesn't really like to talk about all that stuff. She would rather you just do the work that you got to do with you, and you know, you'll see those when you get there. But she does want to hint on your romantic relationships, specifically difficult relationships that you've been in. So when it comes to your romantic relationships, I don't feel like you've had the best partners in the past, or the best relationship dynamic in the past. And this is because there is a lot of healing that needs to go on. I do feel like for most of you, the reason why your romantic relationships suffer is because you don't know what a healthy romantic relationship is like. Maybe you're the devil in the back of the deck. That's crazy. Maybe I'm getting for a lot of you, your parents didn't have a great relationship dynamic. Either they were fighting all the time, arguing over the time all the time, or somebody was absent. You might have grown up with a single parent, so it just taught you to do things by yourself. Or it's for some of you, it was your family's relationship dynamic, and your mother and father directly, their relationship dynamic or lack thereof. But for others of you, it's your past relationships that you've been in have really taught you to seclude yourself. They really taught you that love isn't love without conditions. I really feel like you guys are just used to conditional love. You're not used to unconditional love. Okay? And you need some of it. You need some unconditional love. So it may be hard for you guys. I feel like you guys act out sometimes. You might act out on your feelings if you don't know how to express them, or act out with a certain person to test them. And this comes out of insecurity and abandonment issues. So security, insecurity, and abandonment issues are all something that you need to heal. And she is saying that your relationship dynamic is not going to get better until you look into the root of the problem. Okay? There needs to be healing done when it comes to your romantic relationships, especially your familial relationships, especially your parents' relationship dynamic and your past relationship dynamics. Know that if things weren't working for you, it's because it was the wrong person, or the wrong place, or the wrong time, or the wrong method that you guys were using to go about this connection. Don't feel like love isn't for you, or love is bad, or you're never going to get love unless you do this or do that. Like, I feel like with a lot of you, it's like love is sacrifice. You guys feel as though you have to sacrifice to get love. I have to sacrifice my freedom. I have to sacrifice my happiness. I have to sacrifice doing what I want to do, and being my own person. I have to sacrifice my individuality to have love. And she's saying, no, you don't. If you have to sacrifice your individuality, your fun, your freedom, to be in a relationship with somebody, then that is not the person or the relationship that you should be in. That is not healthy. You shouldn't have to sacrifice that much of yourself. Yes, relationships call for some sacrifice, but they also call for some space and some individuality as well. You can't expect someone to change 100% of their being for you, and they can't expect that out of you either. It's unfair, it's unhealthy, and it's unreasonable, and it's very conditional. So she wants to just say that. All right. Any other messages from you, Lilith? These aren't going to be very long messages. Lilith, do we have any messages for pile 1? We have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, there we go, and then we have the Five of Swords, and on the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Lilith, what do you want to say? It's being a little quiet on me. She wants you to do some rest and recuperation, okay? Because right now, you're going through a lot of healing. You're learning proper give and take. You're learning how to commit. You're learning how to get rid of those commitment issues. You are learning how to really stand your ground and be yourself right now. I feel like you're going through a lot of stuff right now, or you have in the recent past gone through a lot of stuff in a certain connection that is very important to you, and this was teaching you a lot of lessons. And now it's like those lessons, they might have been in the works and being taught a little while ago, but it's like now the effects are hitting you. Now you're finally like, oh shit, this is what I was learning, or this is what this was trying to show me, or this is what I've been needing to hear, or needing to feel, needing to see. And she's like, yes, this is what you've been needing. And you were finally coming into that realization that maybe you weren't doing things the way that you needed to do them before. Maybe you weren't going about things the way that you should have gone about them before. Maybe you were going about them the wrong way. Maybe you were being too impulsive. Maybe you were being too sneaky or too flighty. I do feel like a lot of you have very flighty tendencies. It's sort of like, as soon as you see something that you don't like in somebody, or as soon as a certain characteristic that somebody shows reminds you of somebody else that you don't like, or reminds you of something that you've gone through before that maybe hurt you or left a very big impact on you, it's like you run really fast, because it's like, I'm not going to get myself into that situation again. But she is saying that as long as you know your boundaries and you keep working on healing yourself, you're not going to find yourself in those shitty situations that you've been in before. The reason that you found yourself in those shitty situations is because you were of a lower vibration and you needed to learn those lessons, and the lessons unfortunately needed to be taught the fucking hard way, because that's usually how we learn. And you're very stubborn, so they had to be very hard lessons because you're so stubborn. That's what I'm hearing. So it's not always going to be the way that it was before. And if somebody shows you something that you might have seen before in somebody else that makes you go, oh shit, not again, she wants you to really assess where, like, what trauma that's coming from and what makes you want to run. Because not everybody is the person that you had before. You know, not everybody is like the relationship that you've seen with your parents. Not everybody is going to give you those negative outcomes that you sort of anticipate and expect. Yeah, and she's saying the more you expect these type of outcomes, the more you're going to get these type of outcomes. Okay, so start to expect better, start to believe that you can have better, and start to make your way towards better, and start to make yourself a better version of you, so that you can attract people of that same vibration, so that you can be aligned to the vibration of love that you want to receive. Okay, I guess this was like, she really did want to just press into your relationships. All right. No, she don't want me to use those. Fuck that then. God. I'm very confused on what I want to use. All right. Advice. Okay, we got 2 cards. Yeah, we have the Priestess and the 8 of Materials. She's saying wherever you feel as though you're being called to go, wherever you feel you're being called to go, whatever you feel you're being called to do, whatever you feel you're being called to say, whatever is pulling at you on a soul level, really like a thought or an idea, an action, something that you can't get out of your head, something that no matter how much you try and push it back, it just keeps on coming forward and forward and forward and forward. That's what you need to pay attention to. And she also wants you to get more into your spirituality if you're not into your spirituality, and if you are into your spirituality, you need to dive deeper into it, because there's still a lot, you have a lot more potential than you feel you do, and I don't feel like you're going to be awakened to all of that potential unless you do open your mind to the possibility, or maybe you don't believe in this. Obviously you're here you believe in the spiritual, but maybe you don't believe in certain things, and maybe she's saying you might just change your mind once you go searching for some information. Alright. Do we have any other information, any advice for my pile ones just before we leave? So we have, passage. Definitely look into your spirituality. Look into your celestial DNA. Look into your past lives, especially. And I'm also hearing your dreams are very, very, very significant. In your dreams, it might seem like you're just doing some crazy weird shit out of nowhere, but this is actually you visiting different timelines, visiting different parallel universes, and also your guides give you a lot of lessons in your sleep, because they feel like some of the lessons that you need to learn are a little too, like, it's too much to all be pushed onto you into the physical. So they send some lessons into your subconscious. If you've been dreaming about a certain person, about a certain idea, or about if you've been dreaming repeatedly about something specific, that is something that you need to look into, and that is something that you I'm feeling like you have a very deep connection with, and they want you to look more into it, or just look more into it. Especially if you've been having dreams about like planets and stars and stuff like that. Look into star beings like starseeds, Sirian, fucking Arcturian, Pleiadian, Andromedan, all those type, Draconian, that shit. And family. That's kind of self-explanatory. She wants you to heal your family dynamic, and she wants you to heal your dynamic with certain family members only if they deserve it. Only if they're willing to help heal the dynamic as well. You can't be the only person wanting to heal that dynamic. And she's also saying that the people you choose to have in your family are more important than the people you were born to. So some of you might not have very close-knit families, and that's okay. She doesn't want you to be discouraged there. She wants you to know that family is what you make it, not what you were born into. You know, it's not always like that. My family is mostly friends and specific people that I really, really fuck with. Like, my whole family isn't my family. They're definitely not. You know, and she wants you to heal that family dynamic. And if you have children, she wants you to pay more attention to those children, because it's going to help you a lot with your lessons, especially in your lessons of softening yourself, maybe softening your approach, being more vulnerable. She wants you to be more soft with them, and try talking to them. Talk to your children, even if they don't understand you, even if they can't understand you. Okay, and then we have stability right here. She's saying stability is coming very quickly, especially if you feel as though you haven't been stable, and you've been working towards stability. Stability is coming very quickly. But she also wants you to know that it's not going to come unless you keep on putting a conscious effort into it. And she said, don't go with something, or go along a path, or with a person, or with a job just because of the stability. Do things that make you happy, okay? And then you will gain that stability. It's like she doesn't want you to just stay in the house because that's what you, like, stay in one house like because that's what you can afford in this area. That's the first thing that you found that you can afford. She's saying there are other options. It just might take you down a different path, and which it's not like it's going to stray you from your path. It's just going to take you down a different route. Same destination, different routes and different paths to get there. Okay. Don't stay with the job if you just because you're comfortable there, just because you spent so many years here, or just because this is the type of work that you're comfortable doing, doesn't mean that you need to stay in that specific job. If you feel like you want to broaden your horizons and try something different, if you feel like you're not getting the money that you want to get or that you deserve from busting your ass at this job, leave the job. Don't stay with the person just for what they can provide. Don't stay with the person just because you live with them. Don't stay with the person just because they have a decent income, you know, or because you are afraid of being lonely. Don't stay where you're at just because it is stable. Because if you stay where you're at just because it's stable and it's really not where you want to be, really not where you're supposed to be, there will be a point, and I'm hearing very soon, if that's what you choose to do, there will be a point where you're knocked on your ass, where the rug is flipped up out from under you to show you that just because it's stable doesn't mean it's going to be stable forever. So you might as well follow what you want, what makes you happy. Go where you're being called to go. Because if you keep on ignoring that inner pull that's telling you go this place, your stability is not going to last. It's going to be temporary. Okay. I feel like that's all I got for you guys today. So let me know if it resonated, and I hope you guys have a good night, good day, whatever it is, good afternoon, and I'll see you next time. For everybody, oh, excuse me, God, who chose the pink candle? This is your reading. Let's see what Lilith has to say for you. Ultimately, with the candle, I'm getting that you need to start loving yourself a little bit more. You need to start taking care of yourself a little bit more. You need to start eating more healthy, talking better to yourself, even if it means you say those corny ass affirmations in the fucking mirror. You're amazing, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, you can do anything. It might sound corny, but if you keep on repeating it over and over and over again for a certain amount of time, it will hardwire into your brain, and those will be the things that you think. Which your thinking attracts everything that goes on in your life. So if you're thinking negative, you're most likely going to experience a lot of negative things, or a lot of harsh lessons. If you are thinking positive, you're more likely to bring in blessings, to bring in peace, to bring in love, shit like that, you know? Let's see exactly what she wants to say here. We're gonna get a message from Lilith, but if you feel drawn to any of these goddesses, that might be a message for you in itself. Let's get 2, please, Lilith, for my pile 2s. All right, Lilith, what would you like to address with my pile 2s? So for some of you, I'm not going to read this card as if it's your reading, but some of you might need to see this, because we got Kali with liberation. So fucking beautiful. All right, Lilith, can I get a message from my pile 2s, please? Goddamn, girl. Okay. Back of the deck, we have Artemis with focus. We have Mary with miracles. Oh, shit. So with that, I am getting that in this card. I am getting that it might seem like shit's not working out right now. It might seem like shit's gonna take a really long time to transpire. It might seem as though everything that you're doing in vain, but you're not. Miracles are gonna come out of the destruction. You just have to believe that they will come out of the destruction. You can't, like I said, your mindset is everything. Okay, and then we have Demeter with nurturer. Demeter, okay, so some of you might be parents, you might be mothers especially. What I'm immediately thinking about when I'm looking at this Demeter card, when Persephone was kidnapped or taken to the underworld with Hades, Demeter lost her shit. Demeter's her mother. So Demeter lost her shit when her child was kidnapped. So she literally, because she's the goddess of crops. She's the goddess of agriculture. So she made it so that no plants would grow until her daughter came back. She made it like she literally made destruction like nothing. Like literally it got to the point where there was nothing, and several gods and goddesses had to go to Demeter asking her, please bring back the crops, please allow the stuff, like the crops to grow again, please allow the flowers to blossom again. And she wouldn't have it. She wasn't having it. Oh, I'm getting really emotional for some reason, but she wasn't having it, because what she wanted was her daughter to be given back to her, to be put back where she needed to be put back. And because of the hell that Demeter raised, because she would not allow anything to grow, anything to prosper until her daughter was back in her arms, that's why we have the seasons, because it went from being beautiful and everything, you know, growing and everything, to coldness, darkness, and nothing growing. Because then they had to, I forget exactly who made the deal, but then they came up with a deal that Persephone would stay in the underworld with Hades for half a year, and then she would come back up to the world, basically to the physical world, for half a year. And that's why we have the seasons. So I know that was like a little rant that I went on, but it's like, there's something that you're waiting for. There's either somebody that you're waiting on to return, or there's something that you're waiting to happen. You're waiting on something to happen. You're waiting on something. Whatever it is, it feels as though you cannot rest until it is back. And Lilith wants to say that you don't have to worry. Everything is being sorted out by the divine. Everything that you are worrying about, you don't need to worry about it. You've done your job. You've made it very clear what you're willing to do to get your desired results. You've made it very clear that you are willing to put in the work. You are willing to put in the time, the healing, and everything. You've made it very clear that you're willing to do what you need to do to get what you want, period. And so now that you've made it so clear, your spirit team is saying you don't have to worry about what you want not coming into fruition, because that's just not going to happen. You're going to get what you want to get. You just have to be patient. It might not be the exact way that you want it. You might have to compromise a little bit, but you are going to get what it is you are desiring. And it's going to end up working out, even though it's not necessarily going to work out 100% of the way that you want it to work out. It's going to work out 100% of the way that it needs to work out. Okay? Let's see. Any other messages, Lilith, for my Pazus, please? Yeah. We have death. I'm only gonna take that one because that one did like some super duper fucking fancy spins when it came out. The King of Wands. And then we have the Page of Wands. Okay. There's a certain situation, and I don't feel like it's the situation we were just talking about, but I do feel like there's another situation or a mindset that needs to be let go of right here. It seems as though, or it might be the same thing. It might be the same thing. I'm getting that, like I said, all of your work is done. Everything that you needed to do to get your desired outcome has been done, and now you just need to sit and wait to get it. You need to let go of the need to control the outcome and let go of the need for everything to be exactly the way that you want it to be. You're very tedious, and it's like you're the type of person that instead of just like, Spirit, can you grant me a big beautiful house with this many rooms, you're like, Spirit, can you grant me a big beautiful house with this many rooms and this many bathrooms, and I want the walls to look like this, and I want there to be shutters on all of the windows, and I want it to be aesthetically pleasing, and I want a 3-car garage. You're very specific when it comes to what you want and what you want to manifest, and that is very good to be very specific, but it is also something that is holding you back from getting everything that you want, because some of the things that from getting everything, all of your blessings, because some of the things that you want are not exactly things that you want. Some of the things that you want are things that they're like lower vibrational wants. They're things that you're going to grow out of. So as soon as you keep asking for all of this, and Spirit's saying, if we're not giving it to you, or at least you don't see some signs of it coming or confirmation that you're going to get it, it is not for you. Okay, so there's certain, you're going to get ultimately like the big deal, whatever big thing you want, it's gonna happen. But you need to let go of all the small little details, because you're holding yourself back from getting those blessings because you're micromanaging, and Spirit doesn't want you to micromanage. You did your part. You did everything that you needed to do. You said everything that you want. You said, like you've put in the work, you've put in the healing, and now you're trying to interfere on Spirit's part by trying to like, but yeah, you're trying to interfere on Spirit's part, and Spirit's saying, no, we got this. You don't need to put in any more work. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. You don't need to take my job upon yourself. You need to just realize that we got your request, and it's going to take some time to fulfill. And it's also going to take some work from you on your vibration, okay? And it's not like I know I said that you guys have done all the work that you need to do, and you did do like all of the work that you need to do. It's just you need to come into that vibration of accepting, of trusting and understanding that things happen the way that they happen for a reason. 1111, yep. And that everything is going to work out. Wow, we have the devil on the back. So yeah, you guys, it's a lot of doubts and fears that come in the way of you getting this. And like I said, when you micromanage and you overthink, you allow more space for negativity, for doubts, for worries and stuff like that to get in the way of your manifestations. They're saying don't soil your manifestations because you're just thinking too much on it. You know, you've got a lot coming to you. Don't micromanage it. Don't overthink it. Okay, sit back and let it be the way that it is going to be. We have, yeah, the 9 of materials with the Queen of Cups. So the 9 of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Emotions. What I'm getting here is that you need to work more on yourself. Like, you've done all the work that's needed to get to the place where you need to get, or to bring energetically the things that you need into you. Now you need to embrace the shit that you can do. You need to embrace the things that are coming for you. You need to embrace the things that are happening already in your life. Instead of just sitting back and waiting for your blessings to come, why don't you enjoy the blessings that you already have with you until those blessings get to you? You know, so instead of like, oh, well, my birthday's next month. Like it's like someone asks you to go out for the weekend and you don't have anything to do. You're perfectly free. You got the money. You're looking good. There's nothing that you could, 1313. There is nothing that you can do. Like, there's no physical reason why you can't go out with your friends. But you're like, nah, my birthday is next month. I'm already gonna go out next month for my birthday. I might as well stay home. And it's like, why punish yourself by waiting for the next blessing or for the next opportunity when you have an opportunity to do something now? Go out, go have your fun. You don't need to wait. You don't, like, just because you're gonna have fun or gonna do something that you want to do doesn't mean that you can't add on to that fun. You know, it's like don't punish. Like, I get that you punish yourself a lot. Yeah, don't punish yourself. Allow yourself to be free. If you you might be the type of person who doesn't like to do things impulsively, but she's saying be more impulsive. Like, she's all about self-love, self-care too. So she wants you to take better care of yourself, especially taking better care of your emotions. What makes you happy and why aren't you doing it? Freedom. Freedom. Yes. Embrace your freedom. Embrace what makes you you. Embrace what makes you feel good. You know, don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back because of comfort, because you'll probably find a lot more comfort in the freedom. Like it's like with the example I was just saying about, like, your friends asking you to go out, but you don't want to go out. Well, if you did say that, yeah, I am gonna finally go out, like, with your friends, it's probably going to be like a scenario where you had to talk yourself into going out, and then you finally go out, and you're really, like, you're unsure if you're gonna feel it or not, but you end up having one of the best times of your life and meeting somebody or a friend, a romantic partner that is just amazing, or like just really having a way better bonding experience with the people that you go out with. It's like, you might not feel it right away. Like, I know me, a lot of times, like, people will ask me to go out and I'll be feeling it and da-da-da-da, but then when it comes to actually going out, I'm like, ugh, God, I'm not feeling it today. Maybe I should just cancel. But if I don't actually cancel and I actually go out and make those plans and participate in those plans, I end up realizing that it was just my nerves, or it was just me wanting to stay in my comfort zone, and realizing that if I would have stayed in my comfort zone and I didn't go out and do the things that I wanted to do or that I was invited to, it's just like I would have been bored. Now I'm out having fun, you know? Like, don't punish yourself just because. Don't punish yourself. Go treat yourself, you know? Go fucking treat yourself. Allow yourself to have some freedom. Damn it, you work hard. You might as well. Yeah, generosity. If somebody is offering something to you, take it. Like, and obviously use your discernment. But if people are being generous towards you, allow them to be generous towards you. Don't always feel like everything is a trap. Don't always feel like when people give something, they expect something in return. And if you find an opportunity to be generous, be helpful, or help somebody out, that may not have the luxury of help and friends, that you should do that. You might also, I'm feeling like your empathy might be increasing. She's saying that your empathy is increasing as well. And also with this generosity, it's not just being generous to other people or letting other people be generous to you. Be generous to yourself. Allow yourself to go experience this. Allow yourself to go out and eat here. Allow yourself that cheat day. Allow yourself to buy yourself that gift. You know, do it. Do it. And you're not going to regret it. Back to the deck. Chaos. Yeah, that's what it might feel like right now, because you're holding yourself hostage, basically, in your mind. Yeah, and then we have joy. Do what makes you happy. Stop stop conforming. Stop changing yourself to fit in. Don't make yourself small, make yourself big. And if anybody has a fucking problem with it, they can go fuck off. You know? Don't compromise your happiness for anybody else. I'm hearing, like, dance like nobody's watching. Like, fuck what everybody thinks. Worry about you. Like, let's say, like, you go out to the club and you're not somebody who likes to dance in the club because you don't want people looking at you. Fuck what they think. Dance anyways. Who cares if you look stupid? Who cares if you can't dance? Who cares? Do it because it makes you feel good. Because it makes you, because it's something that you enjoy. You know? Don't stop punishing yourself. Stop punishing yourself. Okay. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope it resonated, and stop fucking punishing yourself. I love you guys. Give yourself some more love. Maybe even light a pink candle too. But that's all I got for you guys. See you guys, and thank you for joining. Hello, everyone that chose the red candle. We're gonna get a message from Lilith. Now let's see what she has to say to you guys. Oh shit. It seems as though you guys might be being too harsh on yourself, a little bit too judgmental. Really judging where you're at in life versus where you want to be, without realizing that you have to be where you're at right now in order to get to where you want to be. It's all a process. You can't get where you want to be overnight. You can't have fame and fortune, usually. You can't have fame and fortune and success overnight, in a day. Sometimes not even in a year or 2 years. You gotta build up. You can't expect yourself to start from the ground. You can expect yourself to start from here and get to here tomorrow. You have to give yourself some time. You have to pace yourself, and you have to stop being so hard on yourself. That one literally smacked me in the face. So we're gonna take this. Mama Kila, the moon. Yeah, that's really what I'm picking up on, the mystery. Like, it's like you might have your whole life planned out for you, in your head or by other people. Some of you by other people, but some of you, it's like you've planned out your whole life in your head, and things aren't going the way that you would have anticipated them to go, or it's not going as smoothly or as quickly as you would have liked it to go. So you feel like you're never going to get where you want to be. And she wants to say that the reason why you are in the position that you're in right now is because you are supposed to be questioning. Life is supposed to be a mystery for you right now, because when you are questioning, when you aren't sure, that's when you get your greatest revelations. You know, if you feel like you know everything and you never have to question anything, you're never going to learn. You know, you know what, I just want to pull another one. I'm not even going to cut it and take the back. I just want to pull another one. Saraswati, mastery. Literally, you can't expect to go from a page to a king in 2 seconds, in 2 days. You know, you, like, this is also giving me vibes like you can't just get hired at a job, you know, like at starting position, and expect tomorrow to be a manager and the next day to be a CEO and stuff like that. You got to give yourself time. You got to be reasonable with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Do you really think that you could do that so fast? You still have lessons to learn. Like, I'm hearing, like, be honest. You're very smart. You're very intuitive, but everybody needs time. You can't rush yourself. And it's also giving me like that quote, a jack of all trades is a master of none. But the real, like, the full quote is, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but still always better than a master of one. Okay, so this is also saying, like, if you, like, let's say, okay, so when I first started getting into tarot, like, first I would do tarot, and then I would want to jump and do oracle, and then I would want to jump and do runes, and then jump and do psychic readings with nothing and stuff like that. And I thought maybe I was jumping around just a little bit too much. Maybe I was focusing on too many things at one time. You know, I thought maybe that I should have just stuck to one thing and then mastered that one thing and then went to the next thing and then mastered that thing. But what I'm getting for you guys is that it's like you might be in that type of mindset. Oh, maybe I should have just stuck to this, or maybe I should have just did this. I would have been here by now. But it's like, no, you're supposed to jump around right now and figure out exactly what it is that really fulfills you. So like, let's say you're at a certain job. Oh, no. Okay, like let's say you're single and you're dating, and you know, like, you're dating multiple people, not like officially dating multiple people, but you're single, you're dating multiple people, you're talking to people, going out with different people and stuff like that. And people might be like, wow, you be out with a different person every night, or wow, like, are you sure you want to go that fast, or like, are you sure that you, like, why don't you just settle down? And Spirit is saying it is okay for you to do what you're doing. Don't listen to everyone else. Don't go by everyone else's standards. If you aren't hurting anybody, what's the problem here? Okay? And also with that Jack of all trades, master of none, they want you to be looking around at different options and different things that you could be doing. She wants you to look at different options, because she doesn't want you to get stuck on just one thing and then define yourself by that one thing. So like, let's say like you like to paint, you're a painter. So when someone comes up to you and says, hey, you know, like, I know you're a painter, but I need a sculpture, or I want like a drawing or something like that, don't automatically count yourself out and be like, oh, well, I'm a painter, I can only paint. You know, like, it's not like that. She doesn't want you to do that. She wants you to realize that you have the potential to do anything that you set your mind to. As corny as it may seem, as corny as it may sound, you have the potential to do anything that you set your mind to. So the only limitations that you have are the limitations that you place on yourself. And don't worry about what everybody else is fucking saying, what everybody else has, like, whatever input anybody else has on what you're doing. Don't worry about what the fuck they're saying. Yeah, because the back of the deck right here, chaos. You listening to everybody is clouding your intuition, and it's making you doubt yourself, which is leading to internal chaos within you. Because it's like you feel something and you think something, but then everybody else feels and thinks differently. So you're like, am I wrong? Is the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm feeling not valid? You know, maybe I should just listen to everybody else. That's sort of like the vibe that I'm getting here. So we got an 8 of Cups. Yeah. And also with that Jack of all trades thing, I'm getting that there might be like a certain thing that you want to leave behind. Like, let's say like you've, whatever it is, like, I don't fucking know. Like, you just learned how to do this and you were doing really, really good at it, and it felt good for a little while, but it don't feel good anymore. She's saying if you feel as though you want to leave that behind and go maybe learn something else, do something different, you can do that. Don't worry that if you leave this behind, you're never, like, it's like you worry that, like, okay, so like I do this so good, what if I leave this behind to go pursue something else and then that doesn't work for me? She's saying you can always go back to doing that thing that you left if you want to. There will always be another opportunity, or this thing might push you into doing something else, you know? Take the leap. Don't just sit there and stay stagnant or stay complacent because you believe that you might not be able to get or the results that you want to get. She's saying you are very capable of getting the results that you wish to have. Spirit will hand you the blessings that you Spirit will hand you the blessings that you need if only you take the leap. You know, it's because right now, oh my god, I keep on getting in all of these readings and so many different videos and so many different readings that there's a very big vibrational shift right now. Everybody's like shifting up a level right now. Like, of course, some people are shifting lower, but everybody who I've been coming into contact lately with, they're shifting up. And the eight of cups right here, this is about somebody leaving everything that they have behind, not just sticking with what they have because they're complacent or because they're comfortable, right? Because before the 8 of cups we have the 7 of cups, and then before that we have, no, fuck the 6 of cups. So with the 7 of cups, it's this person and they're looking at all these different options. Some options are good, some options are bad, and they are weighing out their options. What should I keep? What should I go with? What choice should I make? So in the 8 of cups, they're like, okay, fuck this. I'm done with trying to make a decision out of everything that I have, because obviously I'm not going to make this decision, or obviously this decision, if it's taking so long to make, you know, if it's taking so much of my energy to make, obviously this isn't the decision that I need to be making. So what he does is he leaves everything behind. He leaves all his cups behind. He leaves all 7 plus the new cup that, you know, he had behind. He leaves all 8 of those cups behind, saying basically, fuck it, I'm gonna start over anew with nothing. And then he ventures and he finds himself at the 9 of cups, having everything that he had before plus some. You know, so Spirit is saying, don't worry about leaving something behind, leaving somebody behind, leaving a job behind, a situation behind, because when you start over from scratch, you're going to get everything that you had before in a new form, in a form that's more high vibrational, in a form that's better for you. You're gonna have all that plus some. Okay, if you believe in yourself. But that is what Spirit wants to say. Well, that is what Lilith wants to say, is that your spirit team is really helping you right now. Your spirit team really, 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 they want you to just push yourself. They want you to push yourself. They want you to take that leap. They want you to realize, like, look, they're all holding something. Like, they're all holding something. She wants you to realize that you hold your destiny, your future, your fate in your hands. Nobody else is going to make your destiny or make your fate. Nobody else is going to live your life. So nobody else should have as much as of an input and an importance of opinion as you do in your life. She really wants you to recognize that you hold the power here. I'm gonna get one of these cards and then I'm gonna get another. Wow, yeah. It might be difficult when you make this change, when you take this leap, when you go and change up the way that you're doing things. It might seem at first like shit's just tumbling down, and you might, she also wants to warn you that when it feels like it's tumbling down, don't put yourself in that mindset of, oh my god, I fucked everything up. Oh my god, I made the wrong decision. Oh my god, I just, like, butchered everything that I was trying to do. Because a lot of you, it's like when you're good and your physical circumstances are good, you feel good, but when shit starts to go down, it's like it really, 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 really depletes your mood, and it makes you question yourself, your worth, and your value. It also makes you question your intelligence as well. But you're a very, very smart, very intuitive person, so know that the choices that you are making, they are for your greatest good. Even if right after you make those choices, things fall down, that if anything, that should be confirmation that you're making the right decisions, because then the things that are not serving you are crumbling to make way for the blessings. I always say the tower has to fall to get to the castle. And this tower, also, the story of the tower, I don't know why, like, maybe you guys, like, need to go read or, like, study up on some mythology, or maybe even study up on, like, the tarot cards and stuff like that. But I'm getting a lot right now with this tower, like, the story of the tower. It's the two people, the man and woman, they build this tower all the way up basically into the heavens, and God tells them, okay, you're going too high, you know, you need to stop it. And they keep fucking building, you know. So when they keep building, God strikes the tower down, causing them both to fall, hit their heads, and get amnesia, right? So they don't remember anything. But sorry, when I hear the baby warning in the background, I just, like, my mind gets blank, and sorry. You guys might also be very annoyed right now with the way that things are going, but I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, with the tower, they both fall down once God strikes the tower. The tower falls, they fall, they get amnesia, and it's all about whether they're gonna do the same thing and make those same mistakes and end up in the same place again, or whether they're going to change the way that they do things, change the way that they operate and what they hold valuable towards them. And it's all about change. It's like, I'm sorry that I'm getting like so fucking frazzled. I just cannot. But but yeah, it's all about change. It's all about change. Are you going to keep on doing the same thing and expect different results? Or are you going to keep on doing the same thing, getting caught in the same fucking cycle? Or are you going to change up the way that you do things, the way that you think of things, and where you're at, so that you can actually change everything else, you know? Okay. Sorry, I had to stop for a second because I was getting really frustrated with somebody, and I feel like that's you guys right now. Yeah, I definitely do feel like that's you guys right now. It's like you're very frustrated with the people in your life. It's sort of like you might blame a lot of the people in your life for things that are going on, for hurting you, for shit that's really like going downhill. And Lilith is saying that if you have people around you that are draining you more than they are giving to you, if the energy feels imbalanced, that might be time to cut that person off, or cut that situation off, cut that thing off. Whatever is taking from you more than it's giving to you, you need to cut that thing off. If it seems as though you bend over backwards for other people, but people don't bend over backwards for you, she wants you to realize that everything that you want done can be done by yourself. So don't stay in a situation just because you're comfortable if it's not working out for you. Like, I'm getting that a lot of you might stay close to a friend or a lover or something like that because you don't want to be alone, or because you feel like there's certain things that you cannot do on your own. And she is saying, if that is the only reason that you are staying with somebody or around somebody, familial, friend, or relationship, or whatever, that is a sign that this isn't for you, that it needs to be let go of, that you probably outgrown these people. Okay? You guys might be getting really angry lately, like really angry lately, like, and frustrated with everything that's going on. And I feel like this relates back to the moves that you're trying to make, or at least the moves that you want to make. You might also be angry around your finances, around your home. I'm getting angry with specific people in your life, and also angry with specific situations in your life. Maybe you just feel like everything's coming down on you from every fucking side, and it's just like nowhere you can run. Like, I'm getting the image from the new movie that Disney just put out, where Casita, she's losing her power, and she basically like she's coming down, like she's literally crumbling. The house is literally crumbling down, and it's all around, like, because Mirabelle's in the house trying to get the candle, and it's crumbling down all around her. Like, that's how you feel. But when Casita crumbles down, she uses different doors and parts of the house and stuff like that to make, like, this little, like, formation so that Mirabelle wasn't hurt. And Lilith is saying, even though it feels like everything is just so on you right now, even though it feels like everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong right now, even though it feels like you are surrounded by shit that is not for you, people that are not for you, things that are not helping you, it may feel like that, but know that Spirit has your back. And know that if you want to make a difference, you want to see a difference in your life, you have to make that difference. If you want to see a difference in your life, you have to make that difference. And you literally got 2 aces. So that's the Ace of Emotions and the Ace of Materials, which is the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And both of these aces, their eyes are closed too. Lilith wants to say that for the next step in your journey, you're going to need to use more of your intuition than your thought process to get to this Ace of Materials, to get to the new opportunities, the new blessings and stuff like that, to get to everything that you want to get to. It's going to call for you to really, really, really trust yourself, really look deep within, stop over analyzing, and just feel. Just fucking feel. So for me, an example that I'm getting is that, like, with me, when I do like spells or like even tarot or something like that, like, no, I'll just give you, okay, better example. When I do spells, I will go to my spice cabinet and I'll survey the whole thing with my hand like this. And then when I feel some energy in my hand, or I feel a density in my hand, like when it gets heavy, I just feel that whatever it is that my hand's over, that's what I need to use. So I'll use it, and then I'll go back later and I'll look up everything that I used. And it just so happened that everything that I fucking used was things that would potentially, like, be good for whatever intention that I had. So instead of thinking, is this good, and having to go look something up, I always just said, okay, I feel like this is right, and it ended up being right. So that's what she wants you to do. Stop over analyzing. Stop, I don't know, just stop trying to get the information from outside of yourself. Start to get the information from inside, because that's the information that is true. Like, you're trying to get information probably from so many different sources, or you're trying to find information or find clues from, like, for what to do in so many different places. But the only place you're not looking is in yourself. The only place you're not looking is in your soul. What do you feel? Okay? And that's exactly where you need to look, instead of looking everywhere else. I don't know why I keep getting my coffee and not even drinking it. But yeah, it's like, you need to go with what you feel instead of what might look right. Okay? Or what other people are telling you to do, because not everyone is living your life. No one's living your life. You're the only one who's living your life. So if it feels right for you, it probably is right for you. It doesn't need to feel right to anybody else to be right for you. Alright, let's get some cards. Okay, so we got 3. Yeah. On the back of the deck, we have stillness. Yeah. Meditation, contemplation. That's where you're going to get your answers. Even mirror scrying, like sitting and staring at yourself in the mirror, or sitting and staring into a flame or into a body of water, that will really, really help you, because it'll also, I heard, it'll also help you get some of your soul fragments back. It'll help you redeem some of your soul fragments, and it'll help you get more of a grasp on yourself. Okay, so we have Eagle Spirit with freedom. Yeah, whatever change that you're trying to make, whatever it is that you've been holding yourself back from doing, it is time that you do that. It's time that you fucking do that. Even if it seems impossible, it's not. We have healing. I feel like this is mostly healing codependency, and codependency, the specific codependency that I'm getting here is emotional codependency, but I'm also getting codependency on a certain outcome. It's like I said, you are going to get everything that you want and more if you stop micromanaging the outcome. Okay, because we can know, like, instinctually what's going to happen, what is for us, and how it's going to play out. But if we keep on playing it out in our head and keep on micromanaging all of the details, that is being codependent on that reality. That is being codependent on that thing happening. So when it doesn't happen the exact way that you planned it, or in the exact order that you thought it was going to happen, it's like you get really down. You start to doubt yourself. It doesn't, like, it's like, oh, everything that I thought, everything that I wanted, everything that I wished for, it's not coming together the way that I want it to come together, so I guess it's not coming together at all. And they want you to heal that codependency. And with the bear here, like, I'm getting hibernation. Like, the bear shouldn't even be out there. It's winter. Like, he should be hibernating, right? And that goes again, I feel, with the stillness and the moon. Just like, there is so much shit that's going on for you right now. There's so much shit that's going on for you. So much things that are a mystery. You might need to take a step back. Sit yourself the fuck down and allow yourself to just feel what you're feeling in the moment. Meditation is really, really, really big. So if you haven't been meditating, you really, really, really fucking need to. And if you feel like you can't meditate because you can't close your mind, or you just get like all these thoughts in your mind, don't use that as an excuse. The more you do it, the easier it's going to become. Okay, and then we have success. Literally, that's the main problem. That's the main problem. That's the main issue here that she wanted to address, is that you're I was about to say you're doomed for success. You're destined for success, okay? You might not feel like you're destined for success. Your physical reality may not always show you that you are going to be successful, but you know in your soul that you are. So stop believing outside forces. Stop believing in all of your doubts. Don't let anything, anybody, anyone cloud your fucking mind, because 11/11, you know what the fuck is up. You know that you're going to have this success. So stop holding yourself back from it. Okay? And the way that you're holding yourself back from it is by staying in the same mindset, by doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. You can get everything that you want, everything that you wish for, if only you'll allow yourself to get it. Allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to do things fucking differently. Stop staying in the same place expecting to feel differently. You know? Alright, guys. That's really all that I'm getting. You know, I don't know. I feel like she wants to say something else to you guys. I'm going to get one of these cards. For some reason, she just feels like she's not done. What do you want to say? Like, jeez. You guys are probably like, and I know this reading's taking like long as fuck. You guys might feel like everything in your life is taking long as fuck. You're probably even telling me like, come on, hurry up, just get to the fucking point, because I keep on repeating myself. She wants you to notice when you're being impatient. Notice when you are trying to rush things. Notice how you react when things don't happen the way that you want them to happen, or things don't transpire the way that you would like them to transpire. She wants you to realize, she wants you to realize that everything is happening in divine timing. It's been a while since I said that. Everything is happening in divine timing, so don't worry your pretty little head about it. That's what I'm hearing. And some of you are really, really, really like worried about like a love situation, a connection or something like that. And she said whatever connection this is that you're wanting, like if you're really, really wanting this connection or this person, she's saying that it's going to happen, but what you need is expansion of your mindset. Right now you're not vibrationally a match to your person. Right now your person's a little bit higher in vibration than you are, so you need to expand your horizons, expand your spiritual knowledge. You need to expand and heal. Yeah, expand and heal. Be patient. Wow. Things are blooming. Things are blooming. Things are happening behind the scenes, especially in this love connection as well. And she wants you not to fucking worry about it, because it's gonna be alright. Okay. Alright. That's all she has to say to you guys. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope it resonated, and I'm sorry for babbling on and on and on and on and on. I will see you guys when we'll see me when y'all see me.